All right, before you go off and launch a whole campaign and do rebranding for your business, I want you to watch this video to the very end because I want to talk about 4 main pillars that you need to have established while you're rebranding. I'm making this video because we are currently having to do the same exact thing. And so there's been some recent events go on where we may have to potentially change our name. We may have to potentially change some things that we are offering to the marketplace. I can't talk about those because of legal reasons, but I wanted to talk about my thought process on what it is that we're actually going to be doing. What does it mean whenever you are rebranding? So let's talk about what a brand actually is. So a brand is the gut feeling somebody gets whenever they are engaging with your company or your services or your product. And so this is also something that they say whenever you're not in the room. So whenever you go somewhere and somebody else is talking about you and their experience with you, what are they saying? Are they saying good things? Or are they saying bad things? This is very important because one of the pillars, as we'll talk about, is having a good product or service. And so that is what creates positive things being talked about you while you're not in the room. And so I wanted to talk about where we have been the last few years with my content agency. And so I started this thing probably almost 4 years ago now at this point. And we have gone through a different growth phase within every different season. And so we started off, I was in my college apartment and we made negative $6,000. We as in I, because it was just me at the time. Fast forward 2 years, I'm married and now it's still just me. But I decided to go and sign a lease to a podcast studio, which is where I'm in right now. 2 years later from that point, now we have a couple of employees, me and my wife. We're all helping out doing things with the company. And so it has changed over time and we've had to do some different types of rebranding throughout the years, but we're having to do it again. And so thinking through all of this, the last 3 or 4 years, what I've struggled with personally is I've lacked clarity. I didn't know who my target audience was or my ideal client. I lacked consistency. And I also lacked a lot of relatability. And so whenever you are planning your rebrand, think about these things. Do you check the box on any of these? Is it a yes or a no for you? And so if it's a yes, double down on it. If it's a no, then rethink how you do your whole business from start to finish. And so the first pillar that we're going to get into and talk about is going to be your offer pillar. So these are the core offers of your business. And it's like, what are you providing to your clients? Also, who is it for? Recently, I've had to do some serious exploration and market research to figure out who exactly I want to help. And I've narrowed it down to entrepreneurs who are trying to build their brands online with video. So this is people specifically who have budgets to invest in marketing, who also see the value of content. They either discover me through my content or through Google or through a friend. And so my offers before now have been scattered. So for example, if somebody would ask me to go film a wedding, I really don't market myself for weddings, but I would do it anyways because I needed to pay the bills. And there's a time and place to do all of that. But when you can, try to figure out your core offers and stick to them. That way you can become consistent and people know exactly who they're getting and what you're offering whenever you show up. So now I had probably a mixture of 10 different things that we offered. One, like photography. I don't want to do that anymore, so we're not going to provide that. If somebody comes to us and asks, can we do photography? I'm going to refer them out to one of the people that I know who are other photographers around town, because there's quite literally like 1,000 other photographers, but there's only a few video people around the area. So I'm going to narrow in on the video portion of things, and I'm going to try to only do video work that pertains to building a brand. If we have just a random YouTuber come along and be like, hey, can you just vlog me like for fun? I just want to build my following for fun. I'm going to say no, because we are helping entrepreneurs and businesses grow their brands online. And so the three main offers that I have locked in, and this is probably the max. You don't want to have any more than 3 offers, or else it gets confusing for the clients. So those 3, in my case, we have turnkey podcasting as an offer. We have content partnerships or video partners, where we basically are these companies' in-house video production teams, but they outsource it. And then the third offer is strictly coaching. So like, I will be their coach and consultant for their content strategy, for their brand online, anything from creating the content to creating a content funnel, capturing leads within the CRM, setting up automations, that sort of thing. So those are the main things that we're going to be doing. I'm not going to market anything else. I'm not going to take any sort of other work. And so make sure to write these things down. What are your core offers that you are going to be providing your client? Honestly, the lower number that you can get, the better. And so this is basically finding your niche within the services that you provide. If you try to serve everybody and do halfway good at everything, you're never going to be able to really charge premium prices or deliver a product that is exceptionally great. I think about Chick-fil-A as an example. They serve pretty much one thing, which is chicken. And so they have perfected the chicken sandwich, and everybody knows what they're gonna get. It's consistent every time. It's never bad. If you've ever had a bad experience at Chick-fil-A, then I don't know where you're from, because I've never had one. As opposed to going to, let's just say, Sonic or McDonald's. If you don't know what that is, they're just local fast food restaurants that are in this part of the country. And so they sell a little bit of everything. Like you get the best of both worlds. You get anything that you could possibly imagine. If they don't have it, you can order something custom. And so what this means is it takes the product that you're receiving, and it's hit or miss. Like, you don't know, it might be good, it might be bad. They don't have that much experience with steak fingers as they do cheeseburgers, but they offer everything. And so instead of having a really, really, really great brand experience by serving one thing that they know they can do right, they're stretching themselves thin and doing a lot of different things that are mediocre. So whenever it comes to your business and your services, would you rather be the Chick-fil-A of your industry, or would you rather be a Sonic or a McDonald's whenever it comes to your industry? So I lacked consistency on this. So like I said, we'd be doing all kinds of different stuff. Now we have our core offers locked in, and that's our first pillar. The second pillar is going to be clear messaging. So clarity within your marketing, within the stuff that people see online about you. I have struggled with this in the past, and it's very difficult for people who are trying to figure out what niche they want to go into or what type of content they want to make. So there's 2 points of views that you can look at this from. One is you pick one niche. There's riches in the niches. You go all in on one niche. The second option, which is the option that I prefer, is you are the brand. You are the niche. So you're making your own market around people who like you as a person. So you don't have to just make one type of content. If you go and make content about your hobbies, say, oh, I make a bunch of business content, but look, every now and then I'll go fishing and I'll post videos about fishing or playing the guitar or something else that causes the viewer to build a relatable and personal connection with you, which you are the brand at this point. And so that's really the point of view that I want to go about this moving forward with our brand. And so make sure through your messaging, make it clear that, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I do for fun. This is what I do to make a lot of money. Whatever it is, just make sure it's clear. And it's easiest to be clear when you're actually yourself. If you try to pretend to be somebody else or just do what somebody else is doing and copy their stuff completely, and there's no originality to it, that will only take you so far. Then you're building a trend-based brand which you cannot sustain in the long term. It also doesn't build genuine relationship and connection through these things. And so make sure your messaging is clear, precise, and consistent. The next pillar is actually focusing in on having a good product and a good service. If you have an exceptional product or a service, other people will market it for you naturally through word of mouth, through referral programs. If you have clients who have a great experience, get testimonials from them. Make sure to throw out affiliate programs to get them a commission if they refer people to you. Like, make sure that your product and your service is dialed in and actually delivers good results. If I call a person who mows lawns and they're a little bit cheaper and I'm like, okay, I'll try them out. They come to my house, do a very bad job. I'm probably gonna tell everybody who owns a house around me, hey, do not waste your money because this company is not good. That is the worst possible thing that you could do as a business and as a brand. You wanna focus on delivering super exceptional results because it's going to market itself for you. The last pillar, number 4, is actually gonna be just showing up. If you just show up, you're going to beat about 80% of everybody else out there. If you show up online consistently, that's one of the ways that I've been able to have any sort of success here in the town that I'm living in, is because nobody else is doing it. And so if you just post more than them, you're gonna show up more, people will see you more, and it shrinks your opponents and shrinks your opposition or anybody competing against you. What does showing up actually look like from a logistical standpoint? This is doing podcasts once a week, getting a social media post up on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, or LinkedIn every single day. Whether that's repurposing old content or making new content, make sure it's relatable, make sure people enjoy what you're creating. If you don't know what to create, go out to your viewers and get feedback. So ask, hey, what kind of content do you like to see? I've recently been involved with a YouTube channel that does some like music, and I would ask, hey, what kind of music do you guys want to hear or listen to? And I just put out a poll. Boom, I got my answer. Now I know. Let's focus in on this type of music. And so do the same exact thing for your business. Ask the people who already follow you, hey, what do you want to see from me? If you'll also find a good indicator within the videos that you post. If you post 5 videos in 1 week and they all get 200 views except for one, there's one video that gets 3,000 views, then pay attention to that video, because that's an indication from the platform that people like that type of content from you. So everybody has a little bit different engagement, in the algorithm reacts slightly different to everybody, but you want to make the content relatable. You want to be consistent in posting. So podcasting, posting once a day or twice a day. If you want to be super aggressive, some people post 1,500 pieces of content online every single month. I would even say thousands, more than that per month. The people who are actually doing it all in and have the funds and resources to have whole teams. But if you are an entrepreneur who is at a mid-sized company, you don't have the budget to have a full in-house content agency style setup, then at least go for once a day. If you do this for a year, your brand will look completely different after those 365 days. So whenever you do your marketing for the rebrand and your launch, if you're already posting consistently, it shouldn't look different at all. It's just gonna change. The only thing that's gonna change is yourself, your behavior, and what it is that you're sharing with the world. And so think about these things and use these 4 pillars whenever planning out your strategies, because they've helped me tremendously. And I'm also gonna be doing more series on rebranding during this whole process, so make sure to follow along here on YouTube, as well as my Instagram and Facebook pages. Posting content every single day just like this. I help entrepreneurs. We've helped over 200 entrepreneurs within the last 2 years build their brands online through content and video. And so if you're interested in that type of thing, make sure to subscribe, make sure to give us a follow, and hope this video helped. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.